Success Radio Ìbàdàn ìkànnì ayé ń gbọ́. Ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀lẹ̀, ó ń milẹ̀ tìtì. Success Radio Ìbàdàn ìkànnì ayé ń gbọ́. Ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀lẹ̀, ó ń milẹ̀ tìtì. Success Radio Ìbàdàn ìkànnì ayé ń gbọ́.
Good morning, everyone listening to us on Success Radio. Good morning, a happy morning to every one of us this day. This is another Tuesday in the month of October. Thank you so much for joining us on Success Radio Ibadan. Back live on air is Eco Pointer this morning. Eco Pointer is the program where you have economic news, economic information, business news, information that is meant to improve your business life, your career, everything that has to do with economic activities. Thank you so much for being there. And my name is Kolawole Kayode, your anchor on Eco Pointer. To be part of this show, you can connect us live on Facebook, on YouTube. You can get us via Success Radio Ibadan. Just click it and like it and help us to share it. Let others get involved because a single person don't prosper alone. We need a lot of people to be part of what we are doing. There has to be a buyer, there has to be a seller. There has to be people who connect the buyer and the seller together. And everybody is going to benefit from what we are doing. This morning we have come again to update you and to inform you of information you need to know to benefit yourself, to benefit your business, and to make things better. And I must tell you there are a lot of things you need to know this morning that will give you another perspectives of what our economic environment looks like in Nigeria. Remember the segment in this program, we have the breakdown, the information, the business, the economics information that we have for you. Then we have the market of ideas. That's where we talk about a particular business idea that will benefit somebody, and possibly when you have it, is going to help you if you work on it. And we also have this segment where you can sell yourself. You can tell somebody about yourself. You can tell somebody what you can do, and you never know, because it is a very big world, I must say. Somebody somewhere over there is listening to you, and that person will connect to you, buy into what you are doing. The person benefits, and you also benefit. this morning we have this federal government moves special foreign exchange window for manufacturers. Federal government moves special foreign exchange window for manufacturer. And still, Nigerian economy to grow by 3% in 2023. The Nigerian economy is planned to grow by 3% in 2023. This one says local investors outperform foreign peers in Africa's startup funding. Local investors outperform foreign peers in Africa's startup funding. And this information says what proposed Lekki Epe International Airport means for Lagos and by extension for the entire country. And there will be this information I want to get you to know today. I want to do a little about this exchange rate of naira to dollar today and see how it affects us as local Nigerians and how it affects people over there. Federal government moves special foreign exchange window for manufacturers. The Punch News reports the federal government said it will commence steps towards creating a separate and special foreign exchange window for exporting manufacturers. Manufacturers had earlier asked the federal government to support the sector by allowing operators to access foreign exchange through a special window to be created by the CBN, that is the Central Bank of Nigeria. The federal government support will stop the manufacturers from sourcing for forex at the parallel market. The Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment promised that the ministry will initiate steps towards helping exporting manufacturers to cushion the effect of current forex crisis in the country. People who work in Nigeria but earn in dollar has preferred to keep their money now in dollars. And the federal government says they are going to do something about that. This other information says to grow Nigeria economy to grow by 3% in 2023. Nigerian economy to grow by 3% in 2023. The IMF said, the IMF is the International Monetary Fund. The IMF, the International Monetary Fund, has said in its economic outlook that Nigeria's economic growth in 2022 is expected to be 3.2%. Growth from the previous performance, 3.2%, and 3.0% in 2023. How does this information affect us? How do they affect us? What do they have to say about your business as somebody manufacturing, providing services, or you are doing value-added products wherever you are doing it? How do they affect you? We will get to know. Though the economic growth for Nigeria in 2021 was 3.6, but for 2022 is 3.2 according to IMF, comparing with every other country, and the growth for 2023 will be 3.0. The global economic growth forecast had been, this is the economic forecast growth for the entire world, taken on average, and every countries around the world will begin to compare themselves with the global economic forecast to see whether their own economy is getting better or getting worse compared to the global worldwide average. Everybody begin to look at it. Are we getting better or are we getting worse? The global economic growth forecast had been 6% in 2021, 3.2% in 2022, 2.7% in 2023. What are this information telling us? Globally, if the world economic growth in the world increase, the growth of economic activities in the world is 60% by average, but Nigeria is 6% in 2021, and Nigeria's own economic growth is 3.6%. What is that telling us? It's telling us that on the average, the world is going faster, doing better. The general world is doing better than Nigeria in economic activities, in business, in making of things, in manufacturing, in providing services, in value-added products, and almost everything you talk about, in education, in agriculture, in engineering, in computing, and many others. So in 2021, the world was doing better than Nigeria because the world growth was 6%, while Nigeria's growth was 3.6. But in this year 2022, the global economic growth rate was 3.2%. What does that have to mean? Nigeria economic growth rate for 2022 is also 3.2%, which means Nigeria is at par. The growth rate in the world and in Nigeria, on the average, they are the same thing. Nigeria is not doing worse, and Nigeria is not doing better on the average, which means Nigeria is going almost at the same level in this year as the average activities in the world is in terms of economics and business. Now, this is to tell us that if we say Nigeria is so bad, yes, there will be some countries that are better than Nigeria, but that also tells us that there are also some countries that are worse off than Nigeria. You see, why are we giving this information? This is to tell us that in many situations, Nigeria is not really as bad as some people have it in their mind. I want you to get me right. This is Eco Pointer. We are sharing economic information. And for 2023, that is the coming year, the global economic growth rate will be 2.7%. And the economic growth rate for Nigeria is 3.0%. All this information is according to the IMF. It's not that somebody is being partial about it. The IMF is telling us the growth rate in Nigeria, economic wise, for next year, 2023, will be 3.0. But the global one, all over the world, will be 2.7. What are this information telling us? It is telling us that, on the average, Nigerian performance, economic-wise, business-wise, for the coming year will be better than the performance in the rest of the world. It is not to say that there won't be any country that will be better than Nigeria. That's not what we're saying. We are using what statisticians call average. Average are the things you do in your primary school. You remember your mode median mean in your primary school, mathematics, and in secondary school, the mode median mean. So when you are saying 2, 5, and 3, 2, 5, and 3, those are 3 numbers. Now, what will be the average? It means you are going to add the 3 of them together and divide it by 3. That will be 10 divided by 3. That will give you 3.3 or so. So the average, on the average, that will be 3.3. Now, if the world economic growth rate for 2023 will be 2.7%, and Nigeria's economic growth rate for 2023 will be 3.0%. The meaning is that, yes, there will be some countries that will be better than Nigeria, whose growth rate will be higher. They will do better. But the interpretation is that Nigeria's improvement will be better than many countries. The number of countries better than Nigeria will be less. The number of countries that Nigeria will be better than will be more. These are economic analysis of businesses and activities. And this is to tell you that there are bright hope for people getting jobs, people improving businesses, people increasing their wealth, people increasing their money come next year. And that is to tell us that it means there could be something that somebody could do here that will make the life of the person better. It is not only until we get outside the country. Now, by comparison, it is said that South Africa's economic growth will be slower. In South Africa, the economic growth in South Africa for 2022, the current year, is 2.1%. And the economic growth in South Africa for 2023 will be 1.1%. All right, we'll continue. Eco pointer. The information that we gave you, that local investors outperform foreign peers in Africa's startup funding. Local investors outperform foreign peers in Africa's startup funding. Report shows that African investors outperformed their foreign counterparts in investment in tech startups. What we mean by tech startup? Technology sector of the African economy. People coming up with new businesses, setting up technology-driven companies and firms, using machines, technical know-how, knowledge. Those are the tech startups. So information shows that from January till September 2022, the Africans' portion in the funding of these tech startups has been 58% of the investment. What is this trying to tell us? That Africans, black, that's the general name, the Nigerians, the Egyptians, anyway, some people are not black in Africa anyway, but that's a general name that seems to go for Africans. The blacks in Nigeria, in South Africa, in Egypt, in Kenya, in Senegal, Cameroon, Ghana, and the rest, they have increased their own funding, financing businesses in Africa up to 58% of all the investments that are coming up in the year. This analysis is talking about January to September, which means the foreign portion of those investments is 42%, but the African portion of those investments is 58%. That Africa is getting more involved in the economic activities of their own countries. And that is a better news for us. The African investment trend in the previous years, before, when we talk about investment in African businesses, setting up mall, setting up engineering firms, setting up manufacturing firms, sugar making, sugar refining, cement, plastic, molding, shoe making businesses, and the rest of them. In the previous years, the African investment trend had been 36% in 2019, 52% in 2020, 59% in 2021. What is that telling us? In 2019, Africans, Nigerians, have contributed 32% investment to do businesses in Nigeria, while people from other countries have done 64%, which means there were more new businesses set up by outsiders in Nigeria in the year 2019 than the ones set up by Nigerians. Well, we don't really mean small scale business. When we are talking of businesses here, in these perspectives, the one that this analysis cover is talking about businesses to the tune of $1 million and above. Businesses to the tune of $1 million and above. If you are to convert by the current rate, we'll be talking about businesses in Nigeria that at least the startup will take about 700 million naira at the current rate. About 700 million naira. So those are the business we are talking about, that Nigerians and other Africans, they have done 36%, or they did 36% of investment in their own countries, on their own continent in 2019, while foreigners, Americans, Europeans, Asians, Chinese, Indians, they invested up to 64% of the total investment. But in 2020, it was different. Africans increased their portion of the investment on their soil, and it went up to 52% of the new investment on the African soil, especially in the tech startups. That is, companies and firms that require much technology driven. They are not the peasant business of petty trading. No, we are talking of technology driven businesses. Now in 2020, Africans did better, while the foreign counterparts had to take 48% in 2020. And in 2021, Africans, Nigerians did better again by having 59% of the portion of investment on the African soil. And in 2022, it is 58%, despite all the shakeups and the setbacks. Remember, in the current economic issues, activities had been affected by the COVID-19 that happened since that 2019, and the one affecting it now as we speak is the war going on between Russia and Ukraine. You see, this is where there are issues. Internationally, people will say, what is our business with the war going on between Russia and Ukraine? I tell you, it affects us individually in our homes, because they affect activities internationally, the importing and exporting of products. Can I tell you that this particular war is one of the reasons why there had been food price increases around the world, and Nigeria is also affected. So it tells you the world is a global village and everybody is there connected together. So it is a better information to tell you that the involvement of Nigerians and Africans in starting up new businesses on their own soil is getting better, 58% for this year. The foreign counterpart is putting 42%. And that is to encourage more people, especially Africans who are out there in UK, in the US, in Canada, in Germany, in Poland, Denmark, in India, anywhere you are, get informed that it is you that need to develop your own country. It is your business. It is not another person's business. And if you are people here, you are listening to us, and you are people over there, inform them that Africans must be developed by Africans. And many other Africans are doing that now. Agriculture sector, let Africans come into it. Africans over there bring in the money and invest here. Yes, that is where there will be job. Saying that government alone has to provide a job is saying the things that are not practical, because government alone cannot provide the jobs. Individuals have to provide jobs for others to do. right, we continue. Eco Pointer is the program. Remember, you can join us live on Facebook, Success Radio Ibadan. You can also join us on YouTube, Success Radio Ibadan. And the numbers to call to be part of the show, they are 090 442 51967. 090 442 51967 and 090 501 96520. All right, we'll continue again. What proposed Lekki Epe International Airport means for Lagos and for Nigerians. Remember, we've informed you a few weeks back that the Lagos state government has proposed an international airport around Lekki Epe area of Lagos state. And this international airport is meant to accommodate up to 5 million travelers annually, and is going to be set up over about 3,000 hectares of land. It's going to transform that region of the state, and this investment, government investment, so to say, the government has said this project is going to be public-private partnership. The public are going to, the government, that's the public. The government is going to take its own part in the investment, and a lot of private investors will build so many aspects of that business. Possibly you can have the hangar, that's where they park the aircraft built by private people, the engineering section built by private persons, the runway built by private. I'm only trying to foresee, you see, the private sections in the program. It may just be that the government is going to get the land and make it available, get it from possibly the owners, and using government power to get the land, while the rest of the canteen, the restaurant, the shops, a lot of aspects in that place built by private people, and people make their money. And this is to tell you that here are opportunities, yes, for so many categories of people. If you are in food industry, you can begin to look forward to this, to build business at this airport. Don't say the government will not, don't say the government will not listen to us. This is open for everybody. Almost every businesses, we have opportunity here. Even people who are in photography, yes, there'll be people right there at the airport who want to take photograph. People in cinematography, their opportunity, you can set up a studio there. You can start working on it now. Are you in the food industry? Of course, people must eat. People have to eat food. So you can start looking forward to that. Get involved to set up your own shop, your own office, your own canteen right there at this airport area. Are you in the clothing industry? You sell clothes, you make clothes. People coming from other countries entering into Nigeria, because it's going to be an international airport, which means people will be moving from there to other countries, and people coming from other countries enter into the Nigeria. The adire, the things we make in this part of the world, the Ofi, our Ashoke, and the rest of them, you can get a shop right there. And people coming to Nigeria, seeing it and say, wow, these are the things Nigeria can make. These are the things that can be produced in this country. and they buy into what you are doing, and they possibly even connect you and tell you, okay, can you be supplying us in Canada? Can you be sending this to us in other countries? And you make your money. You see, these are things. Are you in shoe making industry? Connect there. Yes, these are opportunities that are open to you as Nigerians with this project that the Lagos state government is entering into, and they've already commenced activities there. And remember, it is not when they are through that you say you want to buy into the project. It is now. Like the Yoruba will say, it is from afar that the person whose eye goes inside will start crying on time, so that the water will, people will be able to see the water, the tears, by the time it comes near. So it is now, when the project is not fully executed, that you have to buy into it. Whatever it is you are doing, you can buy into that airport project and be part of it, since the government had emphasized to us that it's going to be public-private effort. So a lot of private people will be part of that business. You can send us the information telling us about what you can do in the section where you sell yourself. Is a platform where you tell people what you can do. What solution can you provide for companies, for firms that seems to be a problem for them? Remember, the world all over, everybody is looking for solution. You can see a problem ahead. What is the current problem of a company, of a firm, of an institution, and you're already seeing that you can provide a solution for them. It's an opportunity where you can buy, you can enter into what they're doing. You can possibly get a job like that. You can possibly get a contract like that. By the time you come up with your proposal and possibly forward it over to them, they look at what you are saying and they possibly buy into it. You see, that is being proactive. In the business world, remember, we have to be proactive. You have to think ahead. So I'm challenging all our audience, our listeners, what solution can you provide? What solution can you provide? And that solution you provide is what is going to bring you your own side of profit, your own side of income, your own side of wealth. So you can connect us, you can send us your comments, you can call in to get us informed. What skill do you have? What solution can you provide for somebody that will be of benefit to them, and you too will benefit? On the market of ideas today, this idea is for business people all over. This is the challenge, especially people in the textile industry. Personally, I am looking forward to we here on this soil called Nigeria, here on this soil called Ibadan, in Shaki, in Ogbomoso, in Lagos, in Osogbo, and all over. I want to see where we can provide our own buba, shokoto. This our up and down, sewn with Ankara, sewn with lace, sewn with other materials, and we provide them in sizes different sizes, and we can make them available in the market for customers to buy. That's the market of idea for today. That's the idea for business people. Somebody could invest in what I am saying. I'll come again and I'll explain. And this idea is coming from the idea of what we call packing shirts. Have you bought packing shirt before? The Chinese, the Indians, and people from all over, they will sew the shirt. They will have, measured. They have the different sizes from scientific research. They have the different sizes of people that people have. The medium, the small, the large, and the extra large sizes. And they will sew all those cloth and pack them in nylon and bring them to this country, and we keep buying. If you get to Ogunpa there, you see packing shirt. If you get to shop, you see packing shirt. They sew them for us to buy. Now, I am saying, all these are up and down that we use. If we can have business people, investors, and this kind of investment is not what is going to take all your money. It's not what you take. It's not what will take two. So it's not an 100 million investment. It's an investment with $1 million, less than $1 million, 500,000 naira. You can invest in what I'm saying. And what am I saying? Tailors have to be involved. Fashion designers have to be involved. In fact, it's actually in their own domain that sew cloth and make it all the different sizes. Make them available and pack them and let it be there in the market. So Nigerians, people in Ibadan, people in Lagos, people in Osogbo, people in Akure, people in Ondo, people in different places can just, instead of buying materials and give it to tailor to sew for them and go back after 1 week or 3 days or 4 days to get their cloth, they can have it ready made. The one for women, the one for men, Iro and the buba, the skirt and the blouse for the women in different sizes and different styles. And they have it ready made in the market. And people will buy into it. If it is mass produced, the price will not be so much. That is what the Chinese are doing for us. That is what the Indians are doing for us. That is what foreigners are doing for us. And they are reaping us of our money. They bring those things into this country and they get the money from us. Now, we can do that in this country. We can use the lace, the Ankara, all those materials we have and mass produce what we are saying. And from there, people can always come into the market and buy what they want instead of buying the material, you see, and try to sew, take it to tailors, and the tailor disappoint, and they are fighting, and they are quarreling, and all the rest of them. All that will be off. And particularly sewing different sizes. The one for adults, the one for people who are fat, the one for people who are moderate size, the one for people who are slim, the one for children. I tell you, Nigerians, people will buy. This is an investment opportunity. It's a business window somebody can buy into. We are live here on Success Radio. Success Radio Ibadan. You can join us live on Facebook. Just type Success Radio Ibadan and like it. On YouTube, Success Radio Ibadan. And join us, like it and share it inform other people about this. These are information that you need, and even if you think you don't need them, share it. Let other people get to know. Others need the information. We can always create the job in this country. We can always create the business in this country. I have this analysis today that you need to listen to about our naira and the dollar. Naira and dollar. What is the official rate of the dollar now? It's about 400 and possibly 440, about that. Naira. That's the official rate. But the practical thing is that many people are not getting it to buy at that rate. If people actually need the dollar, they go to the parallel market. The parallel market is a black market. The unofficial market where people buy the dollar, and at that rate, in that market, the current price has been said to have gone up as much as 740 naira. Wow. But I have something to tell you about this. And we all need to listen to this particular one. If a dollar is 740 naira, a dollar 740 naira, is it really that Nigeria has been so bad? Is that what it means? Is it saying that United States of America has become so good that everything seems to be times 740 worse in this country and times 740 better in the United States of America? Listen to this. In Nigeria, yet a dollar is 740 naira. But do you still know that with the same 740 naira, people can still manage one way or the other on the streets of Ibadan, on the streets of Lagos, on the street of Osogbo? People can still manage to take food 2 times with 740 naira. Do you believe that? There are still food people can eat with 350 naira today. Maybe rice, maybe plantain, maybe there are still food people can eat on the Nigerian street with 350 naira. So with 740 naira, people can still eat that 2 times today. But now compare it. Ask people over there in the United States of America, how much food can they buy with $1? It's like fun. It's like jokes. It's like, I don't know. How much food can people in the United States of America buy with $1? And here, with that $1 conversion, which is 740 naira, we can still manage to possibly eat something, though even if it is not so much, but we can still eat something with 740 naira, even 2 times. In Nigeria today, somebody can go to the barber shop with 740 naira and do their hair. Somebody can still go to the barber shop with 740 naira and do their hair. But in the United States of America, can $1, $1 take you to the barber shop to do your hair? With, let's just assume, still in this country, there are a lot of snacks, little food, or children going to school with 740 naira. At least the parent can see, say, okay, my children, take this, take this, take this, take this, and they take them to school. But over there in the United States, can a parent give just $1 to the child to take to school? And here, with that 740 naira, that 740 naira it could be the pocket money of up to 2-3 students. Yeah. But over there, how many children will take $1 to school as pocket money? Here in Nigeria, there are lots of books you can buy with $1. That's 740 naira. Lot of books you can buy with that 740. A lot. In fact, there are books of 500 naira. There are some 600 that you see get change from that 740 naira. Now I'm saying, how many books can you enter bookshops in the United States of America and buy for $1? I tell you, see, back here in Nigeria, in Ibadan here, in our local environment, there are a lot of clothing materials, cap, socks, underwears that you can buy with 740 naira. In fact, for socks and those little ones, underwears, you can even buy more than one with your 740 naira. But over there in the US, how much clothing materials can you buy with just $1? Here in Nigeria, for transportation, with your 740 naira, just begin to imagine how many places you can go in Ibadan here with 740 naira. There are places you transport yourself 100 naira, 150, 200. I tell you, with that 740 naira, it could be the transport budget for some people for a whole week. Yes. It could be the transport budget for some people for a whole week. Now, I'm asking, can $1 be the transport fare budget for a whole week for somebody living in the United States of America? Why are we saying all this? What we are trying to say is that Nigeria is not as bad as we think it is, economic-wise. Nigeria is not as bad as we think it is, economic-wise. Yes, the naira to the dollar is falling. At the same time, there are a lot of opportunities we need to seize in this area and improve our own soil that is called Nigeria. We are still going to do more of this analysis come next week, and I still want us to work on the Nigerian budget come next week. What are the opportunities in that budget that is waiting for you, that 2023 budget, as we are entering to the end of the year to go into the new year? There are a lot of opportunities in that budget that are waiting for you there. Don't just sit back and say it is for them in government. No, it is also for you as Nigerians, as somebody living here in Ibadan, in Oyo State, in Nigeria. We appreciate you so much for today. Thank you so much. On this note, we'll be running it off for today on Eco Pointer on Success Radio. My name is Kolawole Kayode. We look forward to more information for you, more ideas to improve your life, your businesses, your career, the things you do, and to get you better economic-wise. While we meet again next week, my number you can call is 07053706276. To call me, to connect me personally, the number you can call is 07053706276. Thank you so much. And that's also the WhatsApp number. Thank you so much. We meet again by next week on Success Radio. Continue to join all other programs on this channel. Thank you.